dining cars. Sterling Diner. Each noon they came from the factories and shops and sat along the row of thick, green, padded seats with shiny chrome pedestals. In the kitchen, my mother washed stacks of dishes piled beside the small sink, steam rising around her like mist above the creek at dawn. Daily, I would run from St. Peter's schoolyard and hurry into that din of voices loud as a church bell. At 7 years old, it seemed to me all the town gathered here in the absolute religion of sacred purpose. Conversation was property for sale, high school sports, the closing of the plant my father worked in, who had moved away, what was wrong with government. The waitress knew everyone by name, always got the orders right, and brought the second cup of coffee free. Offerings of change glittered on the countertop. Meals served, lunch hour over, the last patron gone from the communal hope for comfort in the future, the dining car went quiet as a breath, or the history of need that keeps us all. It's my first memory of death as a child. What we remember, what we mourn. I could tell the grieving boy that waiting beneath the willows near the river is a child who stares at the astonished eyes of death. What is truly lost is not recalled, and there will be a man who does forget until invisible voices ruin his sleep. I could bring the boy to a place where, under a stone bridge, echoes returning to his name, girls become alluring in summer air of the baseball field, and all remembered live. At my uncle's funeral, I touched the cold hand and was shocked into the certainty of stillness. Among the quiet sobs, occasional shrieks, and sick, sweet odors of the flowers that would also die that day, I learned that fear, too, pales the flesh, and it is ourselves we mourn. I've called the term relationships.
Quiet plot.
This one's called The Reason for Sleep. Some nights I wake unable to dream through the veiled images of what I thought were our lives, and rise from the bed, not trusting even this movement, nor the popular talk about being comfortable within the flesh before entering that of another. What was it we wanted? I stand at the window and desire simply to know the reason for sleep. But think again how our bodies once coiled into a signature of the soul. There are other questions in the quick breath of secrets I cannot or will not remember. At these moments I might open a book so the pages fold out from the spine like wings, walk to the street under shadows of cedar where rain lingers in lamplight, then return and give myself finally to the inevitable drift toward morning. I appreciate it. I'm telling you, sharing this stuff is risky business. This poem is called Early Evening in Marginal Way. Which is a spot of the name. And I was going back to spend time with someone that I had separated from for a very long time. Early evening in Marginal Way. Even its name says we have choices that may go wrong. The sound the wind carries up from the sea is the voice of what gets paid. Although the tide flattens out along the beach, silent and cold as glass, small gray bodies of sparrows intrude the air, and spray from rose caps of waves trails like smoke across the blue-black water. There is no place for us in any place. Tonight I will lie without you, all space behind the moon and stars unknown, and wonder how it was we became detached as rain. Isn't it through natural things our lives seem real? And aren't the natural acts we deny ourselves tragedies of spirit? I fear the need that keeps us distant. I imagine a country dark enough to touch each other. I'm going to close with this one. It's real different for me. It's my most recent work. I haven't read it to anybody. I mean, I haven't even called anybody on the phone and said, look, I got this one. So here we go. For several years, I worked in a psychiatric setting. In a psychiatric couple was a mental health worker, was a maintenance worker. And that work had a great impact on me. It's something I've always wanted to get to and haven't been able to. I think that I've distanced myself enough where I can do it. This poem is called Notes from the Hall of Strangers. And it's in several sections. I won't read the section numbers, I'll just pause between them. Sunlight infused in the blue electric circles surrounding it. Some are terrified by the certainty their lives matter. Children of blood leap through windows of rooms where faces in large boxes promise romance. Keys rattle like bones of despair. A woman dances to a music which is fire and storm. She has learned about time and persistent refusal. A change in object or sound will cripple them. The eternal shuffle from wall to wall is a ritual of place. The floor is collapsing. A man forgets the world. Another screams at his hands an invisible piano. He knows what is held in the small purple fist is a voice that can kill. When a door opens, light leaps through like the eyes of dreadful cats. This is the moment of capture and horrible sleep. The dream is a fly on glass, black, green, shimmer, and wind. To wake is to burst forever into flame.
Thank you.